Hey everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. I'm so glad you joined me. I'm going to make a really cute card tonight using some product from the new annual catalog. You know, that new catalog goes live tomorrow. So if there's anything you want from the retiring products, you need to get your order put in tonight. When we switch to my hand view, you'll see my host code and my website, my shop. You can just go in there and place your order. So a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. Please, if you'd share my video, comment, share down in the comments, and then your name will be put in a drawing to randomly chosen. You might win the project I'm working on tonight. Last week, I made this cute card using just stamps, ink, and paper. Pretty simple. It's going to go out to Penny Gross. Penny shared my video. She commented, and her name was chosen. So, thank you, Penny. I'll get that card to you out to you as soon as possible. If you can't share, I understand that. Give my video some hearts. Facebook likes the hearts better than the thumbs up. So if you give it the hearts, that helps it be seen on the algorithm. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and then click the little blue bell and you'll be notified of any new videos I upload. I usually upload a new video every Monday night. So with that being said, I'm going to change the view to my hands and we are going to get started on this card. Okay, so let's see here. The card we are going to make tonight, I was at an event this weekend for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and this was one of the cards we made. And I just thought this was so cool. I never had thought about it, but it's using vellum as the card base. The Stampin' Up! Vellum is sturdy enough to be a card base, but who'd have thought, okay? So, there's a couple new products on here. This stamp is from the stamp set that's called, hold on, I gotta find, I don't own it. It was somebody else's. It is the Wonderful Thoughts stamp set, and it has lots of really great phrases, and there's some coordinating dies that cut out the sentiments really close. But you know, even if you don't do the dies, the sentiments are wonderful. It's going to be on, that stamp set's going to be on my wish list. The other new product is this great designer series paper. It is called Countryside Inn, and it's shades of blue. You know, Stampin' Up's got some great shades of blue. And I participated in a swap, and the card I made used this designer series paper. So it's just gorgeous. And this is what's on the card for tonight. So, and the colors in here are Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, Misty Moonlight, and Night of Navy. So I have a couple packages arriving this week from Stampin' Up, so I've got some more new products coming. So while we get started, oh, and I know what else I am using that is new. The sentiment I'm going to use Because You're Awesome, and this comes from this stamp set, Circle Sayings. And I really like this, and it's paired, it comes in a bundle with a 2 3/8 inch punch. So when you buy the stamp set and the punch together, you save 10%. There are bundles in the catalog, and so you can see those, and that's a great way to save a little bit of cash. So I'm going to use the Because You're Awesome on my card today. I'm going to use one of the returning colors, Misty Moonlight. We're going to stamp this on here. Right like that. Perfect. Just perfect. Fits on there just right. I'm going to close that up. This card really is quite simple. Okay. And this die cut is carrying, I think it was in the mini catalog, it's carrying over, yes, I know it is. It's from the Something Fancy set of dies. I went ahead and cut it out ahead of time. So let's see here. We have our piece of vellum, and just like any other card base, it's 8.5 by 5.5. I'm gonna fold it in half, and it folds pretty easy. If you're a person that likes to do a score line for your cards to make sure that you're scoring them well, you might not want to do it for this, because it will tear a little bit easier. So I think it folds over easy enough. You can see how easy that was. I've got a great flat fold. So I don't really think you need to score that, but if you decide you want to, you need to be careful and not use your scoring tool too much. Okay, so we are using the Designer Series paper, and I love this pattern. And this is going to go on the front. This piece is 3 inches by 4 inches. Now, one issue that we run into with adhering vellum is whatever you use will show through on the back, okay? So what I did on my card, I used glue dots. And I don't know if you can tell, I put them right in the corners. Right down there and here. Now, while they do show through, I don't think that they are terribly distracting. But I wouldn't put big strips of adhesive on the cardstock, or on the, use your regular adhesive. This is just a much neater, cleaner, because big strips of, laying down seal or some other type of tape type adhesive is going to show, and it's going to detract. I don't think these 4 little dots make a big difference. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over. And like I said, this is 3 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to put it right smack dab in the center of my card. There we go. Okay, now you see this white frame? That's actually my insert. So that piece, if this is 3 by 4, that means this is 3.5 by 4.5. Okay, I'm going to use the same glue dots, same 4 glue dots to attach it to my vellum card base. Try to keep them kind of neat, because they will show through a little bit. But I just thought this was, I had never thought about using vellum as a card base before, but boy, I sure like this. I'm going to have to do this. So, how are we going to get this lined up so it perfectly frames this? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up our card. We are going to lay this on here. Well, actually, what we're going to do is adhesive side, like this. We are going to look at it through the front, like this. That looks pretty well centered. And then just close it down. And most people aren't going to notice, okay? And there we go. That's that. And I think that is super simple. And so you can write on the inside. You'll just want to make sure you don't do any writing where it's going to show on the frame. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to use, this is the, hold on, what's it called? Textured shimmer paper. This was in the mini catalog. It's carrying over. Comes in balmy blue. Let me see. I need a piece of white too. I thought I had white out. I guess not. Okay. These are just some little pieces I have left. And then there's also some, it comes with shaded spruce, and you get 2 12 by 12 sheets. And this stuff is so much fun to work with. I don't know if you can see the shimmer on it. It's kind of got a corrugated pattern. There's the white. It kind of glimmers. I've used this on another card before, so. Okay, so this piece here is 1 inch by 2 3/4, okay? So we're going to make our little banner here. if you have a punch to do that with, that's great. But if you don't, what you can simply do, on the end you want to make a banner, cut up in the center, cut up just a little bit, however deep you want your banner. Then you go over to your corner and cut up to that place. Sometimes it's hard to see. Then you're going to go over here, and I'm not going to quite hit it, so hold on, guys. And this is what, you know, this is why sometimes I like using the punch. But there we go. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Get that out of the way. Okay. And we're going to glue that right on here. For that, I will use my seal adhesive. I am so excited that the new catalog is going live tomorrow. Okay. That goes down. Now we can adhere this. And I'm just going to make, you could put it on dimensionals, but you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just make it flat, because I think that's okay on this. Come on. Come on. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put that right about here. Because you're awesome. See, this could be a birthday, this could be a graduation, this could be a thinking of you. Really doesn't make much difference. Now, I'm going to use the Country Bouquet punch, which is also carrying over to the next catalog. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to punch out a heart, okay? The dies that go with this set also have a more traditional heart, you know, one that's more even. You know, this one's kind of a swoop to the side kind of heart. You know, it's not exactly symmetrical. And then it also has another one that's got a kind of a plant shaped. I don't know, that doesn't make sense, but okay. Now this I am going to use a dimensional on just to pop it up. Actually, I'm going to use a half of one since that's what I've got here. This one goes the opposite of that one, but that's okay. Now we're going to use linen twine. And you can see I did a double bow here, and what I do, just cut a good length of it out. This is probably, yeah, a couple feet long. You know, you've got a lot of this at home, so I like to give myself plenty of room to tie and not make it too short. Hold on, I'm trying to even these up. Okay, so I'm going to tie this bow double. So all I've done is double it over, and I'm making my bunny ears. Okay, cross those over, and pull both parts of the loop through like that. Then you can kind of straighten it out. See, mine's real long on that side, but that's okay. You want to pull these strings evenly so that both loops are the same size. If not, you can fix it, much like that. On here I've got one that's bigger than the other. I just have to figure out which one to pull. There we go. And I'm going to go a little bit smaller. I mean, they don't have to be identical, but I want them kind of close. There we go, perfect. Now I'm going to get a glue dot for this. I'm going to kind of smush it together a little bit. Use my scissor point. I'm going to put my glue dot right here. And I will put my bow on and trim it up. Now these were the two loose ends. I'm going to trim those up here. And this is where I folded it in half. That's why it looks like a big loop. Sometimes people get confused by that, but really, no worries. And There we go. You could embellish it if you want with some rhinestones. Some of those iridescent rhinestones would look great. But I hope you like this card. And if you're needing to place any last minute orders out of the retiring catalog, here's my website address and my host code. Go right now and go place that order because you've only got a few more hours to do so. So I wanted to thank you for joining me tonight, and I will be back next Monday night with Stampin' with Denise. Take care now, everybody. Have a great evening. Bye now.